Hello and welcome to Rev Sports. I'm Gargi Raut, and joining me for this live is Ishan Shahane and Devashish Sen. And we're going to talk about Gautam Gambhir's pre-match press conference that he spoke about ahead of the first test between India and Bangladesh. And to talk about the three major points that happened in the press conference today is the fact that Gautam Gambhir said that Jasprit Bumrah is the best fast bowler in all three formats in the world. Rishabh Pant can possibly open the game in the test matches, and of course, Dhruv Jurel and Sarfaraz Khan will have to wait for their turn. So far, Devashish, I'll go to you first. When we talk about the Rishabh and Jurel point that they'll have to wait their turn, who do you think? We still don't have the squad for the first test, but who do you think will make the team as the wicket-keeping batter?
Yeah, let's start with the video that BCCI posted today in the morning. Gargi means means for Indian fans, it was really surprising to see Virat Kohli and Gautam Gambhir interacting with each other. Means in fact, interviewing each other means this is something very rare and special in Indian cricket. Given the history of both of them, they share. Means of their obviously their uh, on-field aggression. But then it was heartening to see the mutual respect they share with each other. And Gambhir was gracious in saying that Virat is one of the best batter he has seen. And he spoke about his few innings that he played. Vice versa, Virat also shared the respect about Gambhir. So it was really well. And because together with all the senior guys and the youngsters, Gautam Gambhir will have to take Indian cricket forward. And talking about Rishabh Pant and Dhruv Jurel, there can be no doubts about it. I think Rishabh Pant definitely will make it to that playing 11. Gargi.
Ishan, what about you? Okay, Priyanshu is also saying Virat GG interview. Love the discussion on Test cricket. Yes,
Yeah, I
totally.
think first of
Ishan,
all, Gargi, yeah, absolutely. I think that interview was just fantastic. Good to see both two prominent figures of Indian cricket come together and work together as a team, which is of the most importance at the moment. I think all of this noise which is in the background is just noise, and I think a lot of people forget that. At the end of the day, both of these two have a motive of taking Indian cricket ahead, and I think this is what this pair is going to do in the future. So I'm excited to see how these two come along. And talking about Rishabh Pant or Jurel, I think it's obvious, Kagi. I think Rishabh Pant, like Devashida mentioned, will be the first choice wicketkeeper. He brings in a lot more experience as well. He's obviously come back after a tragic incident. We both saw him in the World Cup. Obviously, he's hungry to perform as well, and he's playing his first Test match after a while. So I'm sure that hunger will be there. And Dhruv Jurel, at the same time, is a performer. He had a good England series, but it was always obviously understood that when Rishabh Pant comes into the playing 11, Dhruv Jurel will miss out. So for now, he's definitely going to miss out. But Dhruv Jurel is the one for the future. I think after Rishabh Pant, we're looking at Dhruv Jurel as the one who will probably take on that place. But for now, it's going to be Rishabh Pant.
and Bharat, when you talk about this press conference, what are the points that stand out to you the most?
Yeah, it's a good press conference. So some of the points is made, and it looks like he's yeah. He said that obviously talked about his relationship with all the senior players, and he's also talked about obviously Jasprit Bumrah. But when you think about someone like Jasprit Bumrah, obviously one has to look at his workload management. Yeah, and players like Juril and Safraz may have to wait a little bit. Obviously, you can't, as he has talked about, only you can only pick 11 players in a side. So the likes of Safraz and Juril have to wait in the wings. They will obviously look at KL Rahul first because before he was injured, he was one of the mainstays of the lineup at 100 in South Africa. So we will have to pick KL also. So these are some of the points I think we talked about, Gambhir.
And Bharat, if we look at some of the other things, his relationship with all the seniors and not dropping anyone, but what else did he say? I've played a lot of cricket with these guys. Want to take the relationship forward. with the Gautam Gambhir, I think the trio of Gautam, Rohit, and Virat, I think it's one of the best things that we're going to see in this Test series. Uh, what are you
Two
looking forward to when it comes to this?
Delhi boys as well, Gagi. So you know what happens when two Delhi boys meet. I think you can see a lot of aggression and a lot of. You can probably see a different side of Indian cricket, maybe with these two pairing up as well. In my opinion, I think they might come off as a team which wants to dominate and wants to win. Practically every match. I think we've already seen that transition where the team has become more dominating in the recent past. But I think we can expect this a lot more when Delhi meets.
Devashish?
Yeah, absolutely. Means obviously, it was good to see Gambhir saying that it's a team, Gargi. It's a team sport, and obviously you need contributions from juniors and seniors, and that is what makes a great team. From being a good team to a champion side is all that everyone coming under one roof and uh, uh, playing for a common goal, and that is to see India emerge as a top cricket playing nation, which India right now is. But then, having said that, obviously, he has, as Gambhir said, he has played alongside the likes of Virat. Obviously, both were part of that 2011 World Cup winning side. And in fact, that video, the interview that BCCI uploaded, the interview started with that video of that 2011 World Cup winning moment, and they spoke about that, and it was nice to see. Obviously, both of them were part of that World Cup winning side, and then they have taken it forward. And obviously, Rohit also played. In fact, KL Rahul also played. When Gautam Gambhir was the mentor at Lucknow Super Giants, he was the captain then. So quite a few of these players, Mohammad Shami too. So quite a few of these players have played alongside Gambhir. So Gautam Gambhir knows the mentality of these players, and also he has worked with quite a few of them, the youngsters as well in the IPL. So obviously it's all about man management, and we already seen the man managerial skills of Gautam Gambhir. He was the mentor of KKR, helping KKR to win that. Obviously, you might argue that IPL and in national international cricket is a different ball game altogether, but it boils down to that same thing as a coach. Obviously, managing the team, managing the juniors and seniors in the side, and which I think Gautam Gambhir um, will do well in this role. Obviously, he will have challenges um, uh, coming his way, especially the tour down under, the World Test Championship final if India qualifies, the series against England. But then Gautam Gambhir has already proved his credentials as a mentor, as a captain, and now it's his chance to prove as a coach as well.
Oh, before I go to Ishan, Bharat, Gautam Gambhir spoke about Jasprit Bumrah quite extensively, and everyone has been talking about his workload management. Of course, in the last presser as well, Rohit Sharma said that they're closely managing the workload of Jasprit Bumrah and the other pacers. But at this point, I think Bumrah is the best that India has right now. And with everything, all the attention that is going towards Jasprit Bumrah ahead of the BGT, what are your thoughts about everything that's been being said? And Shomik has also joined us.
See, with Jasprit Bumrah, he has to play at some point. You can't wrap him up in cotton wool until the Australian tour because he needs to be in good rhythm. And for him to be in good rhythm, he can bowl 150 overs in the nets, but there is nothing like playing in the middle. You can be in good rhythm. You can be in good rhythm as a bowler only if you bowl in the middle in a competitive match. So, yeah, his workload has to be managed, but somewhere he has to play as well. So it's right that he's playing, and yeah, obviously will get all the limelight because he was the one who turned that match around against South Africa as well recently in the T20 World Cup final. So Jasprit Bumrah is currently the best cricketer in India, perhaps the best cricketer in the world itself at present. So he will get all the limelight. Yes, that's good to see a fast bowler from India, from the Indian team getting some limelight because usually in this country batsmen get all the limelight, not a fast bowler. But yeah, as far as workload management is concerned, he has to play at some point of time, and it is good that he's going to play here against Bangladesh as the build up to the tour down under.
Yeah,
Shomik,
Gargi, by the time the BCCI manager comes back, I have 5 minutes. I just quickly sum up the whole press conference thing from the venue. Gautam Gambhir came at the press conference, and the three major things he spoke about. One is that Rishabh Pant is coming back to the test fold after 630 days, and Gambhir spoke about how important he is in as far as India's red ball fortunes are concerned. Like he opens the game for the Indian team. He opens the game for the Indian team as a batsman, and also he spoke about how important his wicket keeping skills are. Given that in any Indian pitch, the ball will turn eventually, be it a red soil pitch or a black soil pitch, the ball will turn eventually. But uh, Rishabh's improvement as a wicketkeeper, and he would be the way he keeps the world class spinners like Ashwin, Kuldeep Yadav, and Jadeja. He spoke about that. He said uh, about Jasprit Bumrah. He said that in a batting obsessed country, the narrative is changing, and Bumrah is at the forefront of it. The way he has been bowling, he is the best fast bowler in the world, and across formats. And it is great to have someone like Bumrah in the dressing room who can make a telling contribution at any point of time in the game. And as far as the team composition is concerned, the third point, Sarfraz Khan and Dhruv Jurel will have to sit out. Gambhir also mentioned that in the sense that we don't drop anybody, but only 11 can play. And when they have players, KL Rahul will play, Rishabh Pant will play, and it's a long season. Opportunities will come for the youngsters.
yeah. Well, thank you so much, Shomik, for joining. I think you'll have to rush outside as well. Before we wrap up, Ishan, your thoughts?
I'm just taking your
Was
leave.
yeah. Was I on mute all this time? No, right? Okay. Ishan, final thoughts. What are you thinking? Only a few days left before the India-Bangladesh Test series.
Yeah, I think it's going to be like a big test, Kagi. I think it's going to be an interesting one for both sides. Bangladesh side will come with a lot of confidence. I don't think India should take them lightly. Every test series is important from your end, and a good opportunity for the senior players, for the youngsters as well. So, normally we only talk about the youngsters, but so many players are coming back from an injury like Rishabh Pant. Obviously, not an injury, but a major setback. Then we have someone. We've got some young talent in this team who want to perform as well. We've got Virat Kohli who want to get some runs as well. And at the same time, this Bangladesh side will be full of confidence. They've got the spinners, they've got the batters who are in reasonable form right now. So I don't think it's going to be a easy victory for this Indian side. I think this Bangladesh side has the potential to cause an upset, and it will be a good test match. I think the first one will be a cracker.
Yeah. Devashish Bharat, final thoughts before we close the show. You're on mute.
Sorry, Gandhi. India should consider themselves favorite to win the series at home against Bangladesh. Yes, with due respect to Bangladesh, they have done very well in recent times. Obviously winning that series against Pakistan, but then given the quality and the experience that the Indian team possess, means you name it, means be it a Virat Kohli or a Rohit Sharma or a KL Rahul or a Rishabh Pant or a Jasprit Bumrah or a Ravichandran Ashwin, Ravindra Jadeja. These are all match winners in their own right. So I think Bangladesh will find it a little hot to handle as far as Indian team is concerned, and especially that too playing against India in India. So yes, they put up a good account of themselves. The last time these two sides met, they almost won that test match and in Dhaka. When India had to pull off at the last moment, thanks to that knock from Ashwin. But then, having said that, yes, Bangladesh has a decent side. They are bored by the fact that they are coming after a series win. But still, I would say that India should fancy themselves winning this series.
Rohit has also joined us. Rohit is in Chennai right now and will cover the test match extensively. Rohit, प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस सुना अभी ज्यादा बात नहीं की है गौतम गंभीर ने ज्यादा सीरियस लेकिन क्या लगता है
नहीं, आई थिंक जो 2-3 चीजें हम लुक फॉरवर्ड टू करने के लिए सोच रहे थे, वो चीज उन्होंने जवाब दी है, स्पेशली अबाउट हिज ओन स्टाइल, विनिंग स्टाइल, जिसको लेकर के उन्होंने बहुत डेस्परेटली बात की है, नॉट ओनली इन दिस प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस, बट अगर आप उनका वीडियो भी सुनोगे जो विराट कोहली के साथ रिलीज हुआ है, उसमें भी हैज ओनली अप्रिशिएटेड द वे विराट कोहली कैप्टन इंडिया। तो वो चीज आपको सीधे तौर पर बताता है दैट हाउ मच फोकस्ड ही इज एंड कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड कितना है कि सिर्फ जीतना है। वो आपको गौतम गंभीर के एटीट्यूड में भी चीजें झलकती है। कल बोरियादा के 5 PM शो पे जब उन्होंने मुझसे पूछा कि व्हाट आर यू लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड टू इन दिस सीरीज, मैंने कहा मैं 2 चीजें लुक फॉरवर्ड टू करना चाहता हूँ। फर्स्ट, कि गौतम गंभीर का स्टाइल क्या होने वाला है, क्योंकि कभी कभी मौके आते थे जब राहुल द्रविड़ स्टाइल ऑफ कोचिंग में, हम जैसे कानपुर टेस्ट आप याद करोगे, अजिंक्य रहाणे कैप्टन कर रहे थे न्यूजीलैंड के अगेंस्ट, कई बार लोग ये कहते हैं कि थोड़ा देर में डिक्लेयर किया हमने वो टेस्ट मैच, एंड दैट्स व्हाई वो एक पार्टनरशिप जो लास्ट में रचिन रविंद्रा खड़े हो गए और वो टेस्ट मैच ड्रॉ की तरफ चला गया। वहां पर कई बार गौतम गंभीर के साथ शायद हमें उनके माइंडसेट के साथ शायद ये फेस ना करना पड़े, जो एक वक्त पे राहुल द्रविड़ स्कूल ऑफ थॉट्स के साथ जरूर टकराया करता था, कि शायद कभी कभी डिफेंसिव हो जाते हैं। साउथ अफ्रीका मुझे याद है, सेकंड टेस्ट मैच वॉन्डरस पे, जहां पर सारी कंडीशंस फास्ट बॉलिंग के लिए बहुत एप्ट हैं, बट यू आर स्टार्टिंग विद रविचंद्रन अश्विन। आई डोंट नो व्हाई, आज तक नहीं समझ में आता है, बट ऐसे कई बार कुछ फैसले समझ में आते थे, सुनने में आते थे, जहां पर आपको लगता था कि थोड़ा सा डिफेंसिव हो रहा है मामला। सो आई थिंक वो चीज मुझे लग रही है। एंड द सेकंड थिंग इज ऑब्वियसली ऋषभ पंत, जिनको लेकर के उन्होंने बोला, क्योंकि अब तक आप T20 क्रिकेट खेल रहे थे, 3 घंटे 4 घंटे की क्रिकेट आपने खेली, आपको रिकवरी टाइम भी मिल गया, आपकी बॉडी पे ज्यादा लोड भी नहीं पड़ा। नाउ यू आर प्लेइंग अ टेस्ट क्रिकेट, 5 डेज पूरा ग्राइंड है। अगर आप कीपिंग कर रहे हैं, तो आपको 90 ओवर्स का एक सेटअप करना है, मतलब कि आपको नीचे जाना है, ऊपर आना है, नीचे जाना है, ऊपर आना है। आपकी बॉडी क्या वो उतना ज्यादा वर्कलोड लेने के लिए तैयार हो चुकी है? बिकॉज ऑब्वियसली हमें नहीं भूलना चाहिए कि किस तरह के ऑपरेशन सर्जरीज के बाद वो वापस लौट रहे हैं। सो ये यहाँ पर ये मैदान उनकी फिटनेस का पूरा 100% आपको बता देगा कि हाउ 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 मच रेडी ही इज, हाउ फिट ही इज फॉर टेस्ट क्रिकेट। तो वो चीज, 2 चीजें देखनी है। तो आई थिंक उन चीजों के बारे में गौतम गंभीर ने एक क्लैरिटी दी है। प्लस उन्होंने अपनी बात में ये क्लियर ही कर दिया एक तरीके से, मतलब एक साइन ऑफ एक्सक्लेमेशन आप लगा सकते हो, कि राहुल खेल रहे हैं कल। और ऑब्वियसली कल रोहित ने भी 2 सवाल उनसे पूछे गए थे राहुल के बारे में, उन्होंने जिस तरीके से जवाब दिए थे, वहां से एक परसेप्शन बना था कि यस, राहुल इज प्लेइंग। एंड आफ्टर दैट यहाँ पर भी जो चीजें उन्होंने कही हैं, गौतम ने जिस तरीके से कहा है दैट might possible that Sarfaraz and Jurel have to wait for their chances. तो वो चीजें जब उनको कही गई, तो वहां से भी समझ में आ रहा है दैट you'll see राहुल प्लेइंग। बट इम्पोर्टेंटली जो डिस्कशन है वो तो ये है कि 3 पेसर्स के साथ आप जा रहे हो या 3 स्पिनर्स के साथ आप जा रहे हो, क्योंकि ऑब्वियसली यहाँ पे रेड सॉइल है, उसके अलग अलग डेफिनेशन लोग दे रहे हैं, अपने अपने तरीके से उसे परसीव कर रहे हैं। बट वो सबसे बड़ा मेरे हिसाब से क्वेश्चन होने वाला है कि आइदर यू आर गोइंग विद 3 स्पिनर्स और 3 सीमर्स।
Bilkul. And Bharat, we have a question here for you. Arvind is asking, Bharat sir, will we see a new growth in Rahul's career, or will he vanish from international cricket? Your views?
There's an interesting question. Obviously, it goes right down to KL Rahul's mindset. I can sit here and say whatever I want to. Finally, KL Rahul's mindset has to be the right one. If he bats with the right mindset, there is nothing in his game that's really wrong. So he has the game to succeed across formats. Sometimes, again, I was watching him in that Dulip Trophy game between India A and India B. The way KL Rahul was batting, it seemed like he wanted everything to be perfect in his batting. Yeah, he looked perfect in that particular innings, but somewhere maybe, sorry, KL Rahul has to enjoy his batting. I think if he starts enjoying his batting, he'll play with a little more freedom. At present, it almost seems like KL Rahul wants everything to be perfect in his game, play with a perfect technique, but that doesn't happen. Maybe he has to chase excellence rather than perfection. That might help his game, because he has the talent, he has the skills to play at least one day cricket and test cricket, and be a successful cricketer. So, yeah, if he plays with the right kind of mindset, if he starts enjoying his batting, I think KL Rahul can still get at least his test average up to 40. I just wanted to add a point about that red soil thing. Yeah. See, Indian pitches, the red soil pitches, they tend to break a little earlier because, you see, in Indian pitches are like they don't have much clay content. So when there's not much clay content, it tends to break down a little earlier. So that is why this red soil pitch, in some ways, again might help the spinners, because in India the clay content for some of the pitches, most of the pitches are less. Somewhere in maybe in Vankade and all, they use a bit of yellow soil which you get in Western Ghats and mix it with the red soil. That is why the pitch doesn't crumble so soon. So yeah, Indian pitches, red soil pitches, it could crumble a little bit after say day 3 and all.
और रोहित, जो भी हमने रोहित शर्मा से सुना है, गौतम गंभीर से सुना है, पहला टेस्ट शुरू होने से पहले आपके फाइनल थॉट्स बताइए, इसके बाद हम शो क्लोज करेंगे।
आई थिंक फाइनल थॉट्स ये कि ऑब्वियसली इट्स रियली इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर इंडिया टू विन। पहली चीज तो ये है क्योंकि आप चाहोगे कि 5 टेस्ट मैच आप यहीं पर जीतो और आप अपना जो परसेंटाइल है, जो आपके परसेंटाइल विन है, उसको आप 58 से ऊपर ले जाकर समवेयर क्लोज टू 60 परसेंटाइल पे फिनिश करो या उससे ऊपर जाओ, सो दैट यू कैन बुक योर टिकट टू दी WTC फाइनल इन लॉर्ड्स। तो पहली चीज आपका फोकस वही होगा। एंड द मोर इम्पोर्टेंट थिंग इज कि आप इस तरह, क्योंकि देखो दिस इज नॉट वेरी न्यू कि रेड सॉइल विकेट पे मैं देख रहा हूँ बहुत ज्यादा इसका हल्ला बहुत ज्यादा हो रहा है, अरे रेड सॉइल विकेट है, रेड सॉइल विकेट है। इट्स नॉट न्यू इन इंडियन क्रिकेट, रेड सॉइल विकेट। 2021 इंडिया वर्सेस इंग्लैंड फर्स्ट टेस्ट मैच रेड सॉइल विकेट ही था यहाँ पर, जिसपे जो रूट ने डबल सेंचुरी मारा था। इंडिया हार गया था वो टेस्ट मैच। एंड आफ्टर दैट जो है वो थोड़ा सा फ्लैटर ट्रेजेक्टरी में आया चीजों में, जिसके बाद ऑब्वियसली अश्विन ने 100 मारा, फिर रोहित शर्मा ने सेकंड टेस्ट मैच में 100 मारा। तो इन चीजों का बड़ा हल्ला है। लेकिन जैसा भरत ने भी कहा कि रेड सॉइल विकेट और प्लस जो हीट है यहाँ पे 36 डिग्री सेल्सियस, 38 डिग्री सेल्सियस, आप कितना भी पानी दे दो विकेट को, यहाँ की जो इस समय पे ये सीजन वाली गर्मी नहीं है। यहाँ पे सितंबर में इतनी गर्मी नहीं पड़ती है चेन्नई में जितनी इस समय पे पड़ रही है। तो 38 डिग्री सेल्सियस, ह्यूमिडिटी उसमें और ज्यादा। तो देन यू कैन इजिली से कि यार ये विकेट अगर पहले आपको तीसरे दिन बिखरता हुआ दिखेगा, तो अगर यही धूप रही और बहुत ज्यादा पानी आपने नहीं दिया, हालांकि जो मैं आज किसी से बात कर रहा था उन्होंने कहा नहीं ग्राउंडसमैन काफी इनफ पानी दे रहे हैं, कवर भी किया हुआ है विकेट को, ऐसा नहीं है कि उसे बेक करने के लिए छोड़ दिया है कि भाई फिर तो ये विकेट पहले दिन से वो पफ ऑफ डस्ट दिखाने लग जाएगा। बट मोर इम्पोर्टेंटली कि इंडिया यहाँ पर किस तरीके से चीजों को स्ट्रेटेजाइज करता है और यहाँ से आगे बढ़ता है। बिकॉज ऑब्वियसली आपके 3 स्पिनर्स की जो एक क्वालिटी है, उसके सामने इस वक्त पे आपको ये देखना है कि सामने बांग्लादेश है। और पिछले 3-4 सालों में बांग्लादेश एक ऐसी टीम है जो अच्छे स्पिनर्स लेकर आ रही है, कॉम्बिनेशन बहुत अच्छा है। इंग्लैंड आई रूकी स्पिनर्स थे, मतलब एक्सपीरियंस नहीं था। ऑस्ट्रेलिया के पास इस तरीके के स्पिनर्स नहीं थे। ये ओवरऑल अगर आप इन 4-5 को देखोगे, 4 स्पिनर्स को देखोगे, नईम हो गए, शाकिब हो गए, मेहदी हो गए, उसके बाद ताइजुल हो गए, दे हैव 650 प्लस विकेट्स अमंग्स देम। तो ये काफी ज्यादा एक्सपीरियंस है। और इसके सामने अगर आप देखोगे इंडियन टीम का स्पिन के अगेंस्ट गेम हमने अभी श्रीलंका में भी देखा था कि वो क्रम्बल किए थे वहां पर। तो पहली चीज वो बस मैं देखना चाहता हूँ कि क्या बांग्लादेश, एक तो रेड सॉइल विकेट, बहुत ज्यादा क्रिकेट उन्होंने नहीं खेली है रेड सॉइल विकेट पे, यूज टू नहीं है। एंड द सेकंड थिंग इज वेदर दे कैन अडेप्ट विद दिस SG बॉल एंड कोकोब्रा बॉल, क्योंकि दोनों का होल्ड, दोनों का ग्रिप, जब आप सीम पकड़ते हो तो दिस इज वेरी डिफरेंट फ्रॉम अ कोकोब्रा बॉल टू अ SG बॉल। यहाँ पे एक श्रीराम भी आ रखे थे, श्रीराम भी आ रखे थे, तो वो भी जिस तरीके से बातों को बता रहे थे, इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि आप कहाँ पे टप्पा क्या पकड़ते हो, आप बॉल को उसके सीम को किस तरीके से होल्ड करते हो, कितने आप रेप्स दे रहे हो। तो वो सारी चीजें जो बहुत ज्यादा रादर देन बॉलिंग फ्रॉम अ फ्लैटर ट्रेजेक्टरी, आप साइड आर्म फ्लैटर ट्रेजेक्टरी फेंके जा रहे हो, इसकी वजह से आप क्या रेप्स दे रहे हो बॉल को। तो ये बहुत सारी चीजें जो देखनी है यहाँ पर। एंड इंडिया कैसे यहाँ से एक करके, एक के बाद एक के बाद एक करके ये 5 टेस्ट मैच मुझे लगता है कि जीतने चाहिए। क्या वो जीत पाते हैं या नहीं, यही लुक फॉरवर्ड टू करूंगा इस सीजन में, स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम हियर इन चेन्नई।
Okay. Well, thank you, Rohit, Bharat, Ishan, or Debashish. Thank you for joining the show. We'll be back with more updates when the tests start, and we'll have on-ground coverage as well. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel.